evening, friends, and welcome to this press conference. It's my honor to introduce you to the people on the chair. We have Ms. Petra Solin first, President of the International Table Tennis Federation. We have Ms. Megha Gambhir, who is the gracious host of this event and the CEO of Stupa Analytics. Who doesn't know Mr. Kamlesh Mehta, now the General Secretary of the Table Tennis Federation of India. And of course, Sharad Kamal, over here in the capacity of as the chair of the Athletes Commission of the ITT. I would begin this conference by requesting Ms. Solin to say a few words.
Good afternoon. It's a pleasure to be here as ITF President, representing one of the 227 member associations that we have in our family. The biggest sport, if you count the diversity that we are such a global one. Also, being here, the first big WTT event ever in India, and also very proud to see how the team was delivering here. And it feels also like we have a new generation coming up, and I'm sure that this event will also inspire the new and next generation of Indian table tennis players. I also like to address how proud I am to have a new chair of the Athletes Commission, my friend Kamal here, and I'm sure that he also will bring in a lot of new ideas and also help a lot to contribute to grow table tennis within ITF. So with that, I will just also say that Secretary General of Indian Table Tennis, Megha here also as a Stupa organizer. It's a pleasure to be invited, it's a pleasure to see what you have done here with this event, and I'm really looking forward to follow Indian table tennis within your hands. I'm sure that it will be a pleasure and a journey that will be very exciting to follow, so thank you very much.
Thank you, Petra. Can we ask everyone to one by one say their things and then we can do the Q&A? May I please request Ms. Megha Gambhir to now make her opening remarks.
Hello everyone. I don't know what to say because last so many days have been so tiring and overwhelming. So I think while I'm sitting here, internally I'm very emotional because this is the first time ever we have organized any event, I would say, as Stupa, okay? And an event of this stature and this magnitude was, I think, far too big for us to do it. But I think, thank you so much, Petra ma'am as well as WTT and TTFI who have come forward to support us, and especially Goa government, because without them we couldn't have achieved what we have achieved, because they were the first ones who have come forward to help us, to support us, and even to give us that courage to take this event in India. And I would also like to share that this is the first ever WTT event in India, alongside this is the first ever star contender where 40 plus athletes, Indian athletes, have been participating. And this is the first time Stupa is hosting any event. So there are not many first ever in this event which are there, and we are very proud and happy that this is there, and we look forward to grow Indian table tennis and reach greater heights with this. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, ma'am. That certainly was a national debut. Request Kamlesh sir, please.
A very good evening and welcome to all of you. As President of ITTF, Petra ma'am just said that it's a great pleasure to be here. In fact, we as host, we would like to tell you, ma'am, it's really a great honor for us that you are here. It's a great motivation and inspiration. This is first time a WTT event, and that too a star contender coming. First time to Goa. First time Stupa is organizing. First time we've got an ITTF president present out here. And first time 40 more players of India have got an opportunity to play, get the exposure, practice with the top players, see them at a very close angle, and then you can learn a lot from there. Also a great opportunity for budding players who are not part of it but have come in large number to watch the matches in such a great ambience. And it's the first time that after becoming a Secretary General, I am addressing a press conference. So there are a lot of firsts out here, and we all say that let's go forward, and we would want, under Sarad's guidance and Sarad's motivation, our players would do much better and set a new way. As you can say, for the last 3-4 months, it's been very good for table tennis. Commonwealth Games star is out here with us, the first gold medal in mixed doubles. After that, there are so many other things that happen. Manika has become the first Indian to win a medal in Asia Cup. So there are so many firsts. And with this motivation, I am quite confident that Indian table tennis will only go forward. And thanks to so many people supporting, players are doing well, organizers are coming up, our government is doing excellent, private people like Stupa is there, and ITTF, ATTU all are supporting India, they look up to India and they are wanting to support us. I can only say that we are going to go forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Please share. Go.
Madam President, Amritsar, Mega, and all the press, everyone here. Well, as they've all said, it's a fantastic event out there. Not a great one for me as a player, but as a spectator, it was fantastic. Well, I would tell for the next editions, please have the Indian players starting on Saturday, not in the middle of the week. So more kids are coming to watch us play, because really the number of parents and the kids who have come to watch an event happen here is already a great success for India. The hotels are filled around here. This morning's breakfast, I was completely mocked. I couldn't eat my breakfast. My kids were annoyed, but that's the good part about table tennis. So a lot of enthusiastic fans who come up to watch the matches, and apart from that, a lot of young talents have been given the opportunity to play these tournaments, watch these matches, and at the same time the best players are here, and with the 5-year thing that's going to happen annually, as Ramesh has said, we are only going to go forward from here. So it's a really good situation for ITTF, for TTFI, Stupa, and the players of the Indian team.
Thank you so much, yeah, two gentlemen sitting here, and I can surely say thousands and thousands in this country have picked up a bat, watching these two players. So thank you so much. Over to the press. First question.
First question actually to yeah, sorry, I'm going to quick from Hindustan Times. Sharad, you spoke of how table tennis is in a good space right now, and it's clearly showing. But for Indian table tennis to go from here to here in terms of taking one step up in the level and in the world order, having a bigger presence, what would be the key in the next few years?
Why we came so far is because of the structure and the support around.
Minister himself is looking at sports in a very different perspective. Imagine the Prime Minister of the country giving so much of time not only to the medal winners but also to each and every participant. So that a message is very clear that what government looks towards sports. And that is not only in words, it has been percolating. Today I can confidently say that Indian sports is doing well now. The major pillar or the major backbone is Government of India, through Sports Authority of India. The new schemes that they have got for excellence, new schemes for future, like you said, you asked them how it goes forward. Earlier they started off with tops, which was only for the top people. Now they have a development group focusing on the next two cycle of Olympics. And it's not a support which is temporary, it is a support which is continuous. These are the few things. Now the parents are willing to explore sports as a career. That's changing, that concept is changing. Expectations from the federations is going, so it's making the federations also go corporate. The corporate sponsors have increased because of CSR and many other factors as well. You can see so many private people coming in. Table tennis, we are fortunate that we have WTT, we have now Hero coming in, Prudent, we have got Stand. So they are coming in together. So they are making it definitely a lot of impact on the game. Then we have the exposure of tournaments. And that tournament is again coming in a big way. Now many players and the coaches, the employers. Earlier I will tell you, to get leave from my office is not so easy. But now if you are a player, there is policy being made where they can focus on the game so that they can get more name and more mileage not only to the company but also to the country. So I'd say there are a lot of young talent. Talent is one thing, but hard work, intensive hard work is what will take them forward, and support of the scientific support, like we have nutritionists, we have physical trainer. Now even a under 13 player has a personal coach who has played at some level, has a physical trainer, and that's what I can say Indian sports is going forward.
Amar from the Hindu, I will first take the same topic forward before coming to the actual. You specified the generic bit about taking the Indian sport forward, but when it specifically comes to table tennis, now that you have taken charge of PTFI, after the pandemic and the administrative mess that the federation was in for a better part of last 18 months, what is the PTFI's plan in order to actually revive the competitive domestic structure?
Well, I didn't say much except just state some facts that we took charge on 19th of December, and it's just 3 months, little less. And in that 3 months we've had 4 national ranking tournaments. Now in the next 10 days there's para nationals coming up and the senior nationals coming up again. In between also for the first time a para team which has won so much of medals for India in table tennis. We are the only Olympic medalist in para. The entire team with the help of SAI is participating in Brazil and it's sponsored by the government. And the plus point is, which came in the lap in the short time, this is such a huge event coming. So this were about further ever that so many 40 plus Indian players participating. I think in this 3.5 months, this is a very great message from the entire new executive committee that what is going to come in the next years. And the entire calendar is being planned. We are going to have our meeting shortly. A lot of things will be announced over there. I can't say now because till it is approved. But I can promise you that thanks to the positive outlook of the entire EC, we are looking at many more events in the future.
President, it's your first time when Indian President is here. Largely, India still remains an unexplored market for the world table tennis ecosystem. Do you think these 5 editions that we hope we end up seeing 5 editions of Shark Gender in India, starting with this, how much will it help ITTF or WTT to actually change its outlook towards India?
Thank you. No doubt this event is also important for ITTF and WTT. We are seeing here the new stars coming up. We were talking about the kids, the spectators, but also for us as an institution, it's very important. A big market like India is part of the overall agenda of table tennis. We have been jealous when we have been looking at badminton when they were taking big steps here in this market, and we were thinking, what can we do? We were unfortunate to have the, let's say, timeout last year, and that's why we are extremely happy now to see that with the new structure and the new board in place, it's full speed, as we can say, after this event and after the Secretary General just gave you an example of all the activities that have been done already from December. So together, I'm sure that we can grow this market as well, business-wise, so that we then can have this money to make return on investment in the young kids. We need to also see at the business of our sport, and we know that this market here in India is very important for us, and it's a very good sport also, table tennis. We can do it for all for life, as we say in ITF, and I'm sure also that there are some untapped markets within our sport in India as well. Thank you.
I have a question for Sharad.
Can you please?
Yeah, I am Neeraj Prabhu. Sharad, as a part of the Athlete Commission, could you elaborate on a few ideas that you want to build into development in a new role?
ITF, or you're looking at the international body?
Yes, in the international board.
Yeah, so it's been 3 months since I'm in the board now, and I get to slowly understand what are the requirements of the players, what are the requirements of the administration, and I'm able to bridge the gap between both of them, and at the same time help in understanding, like formulate new policies and understanding those formulations, and at the same time taking the players along to see that the growth of table tennis is in a greater speed. So for me, like I was on the first EC meeting in December in the ITTF summit, but I was pretty much a rocket there. I had no idea of how a meeting goes on, but she took us on all very well. But now in Singapore we'll have the second EC for me, for the Athlete Commission, and I'm pretty much sure we've come a long way in this last nearly, not even 3 months, less than short of 3 months. But we are, WTT, ITTF and the players are coming together in building a strong product. Let's say, when you see this event here, everybody is really, really happy to see table tennis being presented in such a way. So, which means all the stakeholders have to come together, and athletes being the centric of that. So that is where my role comes in. We're trying to bring the athletes together with the administrators.
Do you see any challenges there in your new role?
Of course, that's why I lost the first round.
But I like to, it's a very good answer, by the way. I like also to stress how important it is for me as president and for the ITF board to have the Athletes Commission share there. And for the first time now we have 2 athletes representatives, one from each gender. And also they are with full voting rights in the same conditions as everyone else within the board. So it's really very important, and I'm very happy to welcome Kamal. After one meeting I said I hope you are not scared to continue, because it's a long agenda, long meeting days, but it's very, very helpful and very important for us to listen to the voice of the athletes.
Can we expect the athlete representative to go and represent the PTF executive body? I think that's the IOA's.
Yeah, that's if you go to see, at presently the EC, 40% are players who have played at a good level. However, as a requirement is there for athlete, we are going to form that, but it happened in the AGM, which is going to happen shortly. And we will follow all those things, and I as a player feel very happy that we are all working for the game, and the main part, players are the players. And if they are part of our decision making, it can only become better.
I have a question for Ms. Megha. As a startup, how much of your target has been achieved to drive a business, table tennis as a business? Because I read your initial interview a few years ago that you had made. So to create table tennis or to drive table tennis in terms of business, how much your target has been achieved? And as the technology is evolving, what next for Stupa Sport Analysis?
I would say that I am So I won't say that the targets are achieved yet, because my targets are very, very higher than where we are today, in terms of business and in terms of as a company as well. But what we have done at the moment, event hosting and what we are doing on the tech side as well, all of the things have started from a passion. So as of now, I think what we are trying to focus on is of course our passion to grow this sport. Because in India, if it is any non-cricket sports, then it becomes very hard to get investors on board. It becomes very hard to bring sponsors on board. And we thought that we can change this narrative and we can have a profitable business running out of it. And I think what led to have this thinking is, I would say that I have my better half who's very, very passionate about this sport, and I think all of these people know about him very well, that how passionate he is about this sport. So I think from that perspective, we are having a very high goals for us, that we wish Super to become a global sports tech company and handling all the operations and digitization for table tennis, and that's where I think we are very, very happy that we are associated with ITTF and with WTT, which are the main parent bodies, and of course now we have signed up more federations like Sweden, Norway and Brazil, who are also the leading federations. So from that sense, I think it's a good start, but we have a lot of things to be achieved. Other than that, what we are thinking from a future perspective, we do not want to stick only to table tennis, because we feel that there are other sports as well within this ecosystem who are really needing the technology, like badminton as well, squash as well, and tennis. There is some technology at some extent. So our plan is that by end of this year, we also plan to expand in badminton or football squash.
Marcus from the Prudent. So you earlier spoke about building a strong global product as far as the game is concerned. As far as global table tennis is concerned, we have seen China dominate for a very long time. At the WTT Star Contender here, we saw the world number one being defeated by the world number 193. How do you look at China's dominance overall and the upsets that we are seeing in recent times?
So, upsets are part of sport. Especially, it's more in WTT tournaments because it's a best of 5. You come in, strong field, strong competing field, and you don't have so much time to adapt into the match. So that is where it becomes very, very interesting for fans to watch it. When a world number 153 can beat world number 1, that's what as a fan you like to see, rather than always if it just goes on the regular way. But I think there, ITTF and WTT are doing a fantastic job, bringing along the new products now since 2020. Of course, in the beginning, it was quite tough. COVID came in, and then the war broke out in Russia. So a lot of factors came in as hindrances for the development of WTT. But now I think this is the first year we almost have a full calendar for the whole season. So it's easy for us to plan the number of tournaments. And with the Olympics coming up next year, it'll help us understand which tournaments would be necessary, which would be important for different levels of players. So it caters to different levels of players also. There's World Cup finals, there's champions, then there's Smash, Star Contender, and then the feeder series. And then apart from that, there's a youth series and World Championships. So like this, it caters to different levels of players, so which gives everybody an equal opportunity to go out there and build their career out of table tennis.
Hello, Kamlesh sir. This is Basil writing for the Goan. What are the certain things that India can improve on to develop a player pool to compete at the elite level?
Yeah, thank you. One is the because if you go to see the countries that are doing a very good training structure. Whereas we need to have our own training centers, that's number one. A pool of coaches, because if you go to see, we have been focusing a lot on player development, and only it's just about a decade that we started focusing on coaches who play a very big role in creating a good pool of basic players. So one thing that I would want is that how we can, what we can do to ensure that our Indian coaches value themselves, enhance themselves, and they also play a very important role. We have been largely depending on foreign coaches to come. That's fair enough because they are having better knowledge than us. We should use their services. But over a long period, I would want the Indian coaches to do well as well. That would definitely increase the pool of players, one. And the second step we want to do is we want to increase the ranking base of our Indian players. Right now we have around 50-60 rankings that we give at the national level. So we are thinking about how to make it 100 and maybe after that 150. That is the second. The third is that we want to strengthen the scouting of the talented players at an early age and give them all the support system, though they might be playing under various coaches, like giving them good knowledge about nutrition, physical training, what to do, what not to do. Even like I went to one of the nationals, it was a warm climate, and the kids do a match and after that come and they have a cold drink, which is actually not advisable by the nutrition. So these are small things we would like to spread to as many as we can.
Stipon has a 3+2 agreement with the WTT for the Star Content event, but we had the first event in Goa. Do we have any clarity on where next year, whether you will continue having a tournament in Goa or are you looking at other options? Especially because you said that it was the Goa government that gave you the confidence to go ahead with this event.
See, I would say the first and foremost support we need to run such event is a city government for sure, and like I said that Goa government have come forward to support us. And why we also chose Goa, because we felt that it is like very obvious for the world class player, and it becomes very easy because Goa is world famous and everyone knows. So if you ask me, we would love to host it again in Goa. And I think the Chief Minister and of course the Tourism Minister and the Sports Minister of Goa, they are also very positive that we should host this event in next year as well in Goa. However, I would also emphasize on this fact that event of such stature requires a lot of big funding. And if at all we have any other state also coming forward and helping us in certain ways, we can definitely look for other opportunities as well.
Question to the President. Earlier you spoke of how India is they're looking at India as a market for table tennis, and you spoke of badminton being a template, so to say, of India. From your experience of touring the various countries of the global power of the table tennis, how can hosting a tournament like this, hopefully on a consistent basis, help spur the growth of the sport in the country from bottom?
Thank you. It's a very good question, because I think the key here is education. As we have heard, we have to educate our players, and to have an event, and not only to have one event, but to have them coming back, that this event will come back next year and the year after. Create some legacy, and with this legacy, hopefully you can also create some money that you can invest in different programs, but also the legacy that you can use it as a tool for education. I'm sure that there are very many young players here that learned a lot during these days to watch the superstars playing here. And I'm also sure that when you know that the event comes back, you can also plan workshops, etc. with your kids or with your players, so you can make use of the event in a very good way. So for me, it's always education. And we just heard before, it's also about nutrition, it's about mental training. There are so many things that table tennis is a complex sport. And I think that hosting event is the very best way to grow your sport domestically. because then you have the chance also to make your sport visible in media and of course live as well. So a very, very important step to take for us also in ISTF when we decided to create WTT, World Table Tennis as an entity, was also to make it possible for organizers to have more than one event, because if you are hosting a world championship, it will take another 5, 10, 15 years until you have it next time, and then normally you go to another city as well, you have to give some other influences. So for this reason, we see now that we can build the legacy and we can go back to the same place or at least to the same country and create legacy and also use it for education and inspiration. Thank you.